Okay, now let's go over our simplifying radicals handout. This should be a little bit easier now that we've done that warm-up. 4 plus 7 is 11, so this is 11 square root of 3. For number 2, 4 plus 7 is 11, so we have 11 square root of 2 minus 3 square root of 2, and 11 minus 3 will give us 8 square root of 2. Be sure you're with me. There's no excuse for not having the right answers now. Next, we're going to distribute this 7. You can think about multiplying it with things that are alike. So radicals get multiplied with radicals, things outside get multiplied with things outside. So 7 times 8 is 56 square root of 3, and 7 times 2 will give us 14 square root of 2. For number 3, 6 times 15 is the square root of 90. However, we need to simplify. So think of your factor tree. Two factors would be 9 and 10. The square root of 9 is 3, so the answer is 3 square root of 10. For number 5, I'm distributing again. 5 times 3 is 15, so it becomes 15 square root of 2 minus 5 times 2 is 10, and the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is the square root of 4, which is 2. So this is 10 times 2, so this is 15 square root of 2 minus 20. For number 6, we're simplifying. 10 square root of 2 simplified, but we can simplify a square root of 8. 8 is 2 times 4. The square root of 4 is 2. So what we have is 10 square root of 2 minus 2 times, and instead of the square root of 8, I can take out a 2, and I'm left with a square root of 2. So now I have 10 square root of 2 minus 4 square root of 2, and 10 minus 4 is 6 square root of 2. Now let's look at our next set. For number 7, that is 10 times 5, so that's the square root of 50. Factors of 50 are 2 and 25. So the square root of 25 is 5, and the square root of 2 is left. For 75, that is 3 and 25, and the square root of 25 is 5, with a square root of 3 left over. The square root of 121 is 11. For number 10, we're multiplying, and remember, multiply things that are alike. So 3 times 4 is 12. And the square root of 3 times the square root of 2 is the square root of 6. For number 11, this is going to be 3 square root of 50. And we have to simplify, but remember up here for number 7, we've already done that simplifying. So the square root of 50 equals 5 square root of 2. So that's going to be 3 times 5 square root of 2, which is 15 square root of 2. For number 12, 5 times 6 is 30. The square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is the square root of 4, which is 2. So 30 times 2 is 60. Oh, where are my problems? There they are. Okay. So for number 13, we're simplifying the square root of 90. That's 9 times 10. The square root of 9 is 3. So that's 3 square root of 10. For 128, another set of factors would be 2 and 64. And the square root of 64 is 8. So we're left with 8 square root of 2. For 63, that is 9 times 7. And the square root of 9 is 3, so that's 3 square root of 7. Number 16, we're squaring it. So we have 9 square root of 2 times 9 square root of 2. Well, 9 times 9 is 81, and the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is the square root of 4, which is 2, and 81 times 2 is 162. For number 17, we have the square root of 200 times the square root of 200. And if you think about just what we did when we did square root of 2 times square root of 2, basically the square roots cancel. so that's just going to be 200. For number 18, we're taking the cube root of 32, so we're looking for groups of 3. 32 is 2 times 16. 16 is 2 times 8. 8 is 2 times 4. And 4 is 2 times 2. Here's a group of 3 2's, which means a 2 gets out, and we're left with a 2 and another 2. And it's all multiplication, so we're left with 2 cube root of 4. Don't forget, this one was a cube root. So our answer is 2 cube root of 4. And last but not least, I believe, for 19 and 20. For number 19, we're looking for the fourth root of 128. So if it's a fourth root, we're looking for groups of 4. So I'll do the 2 and the 64 again as my factors. 64 is 8 times 8, 2 times 4, 2 times 2. And for this 8, we're going to have 2 times 4 and 2 times 2. So let's see, here's a group of 4 2's, and that's it. So that means a 2 gets out, and I'm left with the fourth root of 2 times 2 times 2, which is 2 fourth root of 8. And 81, we're looking for the cube root, so that's groups of 3. So that's 9 times 9, 3 times 3, and 3 times 3. So here's 3 3's, which means a 3 gets out, and we are left with a cube root of 3. I'd say, are there any questions? But since I'm not there to help, we can talk about this more next week if you're lost. Right now we're going to go ahead and move on with the next lesson, so please get out your notebooks so you can take some notes.